talk about cancel culture never seem to shut the up about. Look, the internet has democratized criticism. What do we do for a living? We talk, we criticize, we postulate, we opine, we make jokes, and now other people are having their say. And that's not cancel culture, that's relentlessness.
Fox News is really gonna prove the point. They saw that video too, and here's how they introed their segment about it.
Former Daily Show host Jon Stewart says cancel culture isn't real. It's just a myth. No one's being canceled. Really? We've got so much to say on this. Stay with us.
Yeah, you do. I'm sure you do. You do every day, and they in fact did. They went on to talk about it, and host Harris Faulkner said, "I know some of this is performative because if you want people to click on you, just talk about cancel culture." She was not talking about them. She was talking about him. She said he critiqued the attacks on cancel culture to be performative to get people to click, as they launched into an expansive conversation about it again at CPAC. You can expect that one of the big topics of conversation, like we know that Ted Cruz is gonna be giving a speech about this, is cancel culture. It's so important, and it's totally not just the same conversation that had been had about political correctness. It's totally a new thing. So what do people actually think about this? Well, Republicans and independents are more likely than Democrats to think it's an important issue. In fact, 19% of Republicans say it's one of the most important issues facing the country. And it's only gonna get more, like it's gonna become bigger in this sort of polling in the future, because it is effectively all that they're gonna be talking about for the next few years is cancel culture. So this is not the high point, my prediction at least. It's only gonna get bigger from here.
It's so funny to like, just every way to look at this poll is hilarious, because one way to look at it that like really, is heartening is that at the very least, as much as they talk about cancel culture, when you ask them, they at least have the wherewithal to say, no, jobs in the economy, that's the thing I care about. But they do also say cancel culture, which means there's a little shame there. But when they say jobs in the economy, that might just still be like the rhetoric working of like, jobs in the economy are getting killed because we care about human beings, and that's evil.
Maybe the only jobs they care about are the ones lost to people who've been canceled. I don't know.
I also love that this is an admission that like, listen, cancel culture is not important, but I will never stop talking about it. That's an admission that they never shut up about stuff that's not important.
Nationwide boycotts of companies that don't believe in Republican and conservative principles. We're not going to buy their product if they're not going to buy our policy, if they're not going to respect us. We're not going to do it. Watch how quickly these companies will change if we do this, and we're going to boycott the media that doesn't treat us fairly.
Okay, so at the risk of potentially boring you, at the risk of potentially making the same point over and over again, is cancel culture an issue in America? Is the idea that you expect everyone to do exactly what you want, to say exactly what you want, to agree with everything you agree with, and if not, you will attempt to destroy them? Is that or is that not out of control? Because what Trump was just saying there is that if a business doesn't buy our policies, if they don't respect us, the most vague thing you can say, then we're going to boycott those companies. We are going to try to put them out of business. And he says later on in that little address that there are more of us than there are of them. Let's use our weight to drive them out of business. Now, I personally believe that if you want to boycott whatever business you want, that's on you. If you believe that a business stands for something that you think is wrong, if perhaps their business practices, their labor practices, their environmental practices are negative in some way or don't reflect on your values, you are perfectly free to not use that business, not purchase their products. But you cannot do that and then claim that cancel culture is a massive problem. What Trump is saying there is that these businesses have politics that is incorrect and they will not abide by it anymore. And that is the issue that I have been trying to push back on, mostly in a futile fashion, for literally years now at this point, trying to get people to not accept the insane framing that happens, whether it's that political correctness is a problem, that cancel culture is a problem. Some people, maybe because they believe it's pragmatic, maybe they're just trying to be understanding or trying to present themselves as independent thinkers, have gone along with these narratives. The most recent one with cancel culture, all the way back into the 90s with political correctness, never seeming to understand or care how biased these narratives are. Because if you can claim that cancel culture is one of the biggest problems facing America, and then tell Republicans across the country to not purchase the services or listen to any media that doesn't, in a vague sense, respect you as a conservative, then you don't have the position on cancel culture that you claim that you do.